Hi, Sandra.
Hi. What do you think about that? Look,
Listen, Bernie's giving great speeches. He's got a lot of excitement. There's no question.
He's a New Yorker.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he was Senator of Vermont, and Secretary Clinton was Senator of New York.
He was born in Brooklyn.
Okay. Well, that's good, because I view myself as a Bostonian, and I'm living in New York.
And I view myself as a Brooklyn girl.
Listen, Bernie's running a great campaign. I mean, I know that everyone likes to talk about the demise of Secretary Clinton. It's not happening. He would have to win over 60% in New York, California, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. If we went across this table, I think each one of you would say that's not happening. So I think, listen, I think he's running a great campaign. He's getting excitement in the party. It's going to be good for the general.
How's he running such a great campaign? He's a socialist, Robert.
Well, listen, he has a very populist tone, and we know right now in the primary the far left and the far right, have been resonating. But I think when we get to, let's look at the states that have a lot of diversity: Florida, Ohio. She beat Bernie in Ohio by over 30%. She beat him in Ohio and Florida by over 30, and Ohio by 15. You don't win a general election without taking Florida and Ohio. I'm not really that concerned about who's going to be the general election candidate for the Democratic Party.
So, Wolfie, what is going to happen with Bernie come November? He's not going to just fade away, because he's gotten such a following here. So what happens?
Listen, let's make sure as a Democrat he doesn't fade away. I think he should have an incredible role at the convention. We need to get out the vote. Let's be clear. He's doing an incredible job with the millennials. We need to help get out the vote.
But just speaking at the convention, he's not going to. Just to have a speaking spot at the convention, he does not seem, though, that he's going to get out there and raise money and try to help Hillary Clinton.
Let's be clear. By the general election time, you'll have Barack Obama, who's right now more popular than Reagan was at the same time in the 8th year, and you'll have President Clinton. And I got a feeling we'll do pretty good getting out the vote.
So I know Gary's calling you Wolfie. I think I'll stick with Robert. Is that okay with you, Gary?
Is that okay that I call you Wolfie?
I love Wolfie. Are you kidding me? That's for college football. Wolfie.
I heard it too.
I love this.
All right.
Go ahead.
Bernie Sanders won't hit on this subject with Hillary Clinton, but I will ask you.
Go ahead.
She is currently under investigation by the FBI. Bernie Sanders still doesn't touch this in a debate town hall. He leaves it alone, doesn't even want to address it or waste his energy on it.
He's being very gentlemanlike.
But she said, and this was in an interview over the weekend, she's, quote, not worried about it. That rubs some people the wrong way. You're currently running for the Democratic nomination. You're under investigation by the FBI for exchanging classified information on a private email server, and she's not worried about it. How does she get away with that?
Well, listen, I think if anyone has been under scrutiny over the last year, 5 years, 10 years, it's been Secretary Clinton. So I think she's been responsive. She's giving her emails. She said that if she has not been asked yet to go to the FBI and go through an interview process.
But is she going to say yes when she's asked?
She said she would say yes in the interview last week, and she's always said she'd say yes. And at the end of the day, listen, she made a mistake, okay, with the server, okay, but it wasn't illegal. And that's actually all that counts. At the end of the day,
classified information was, though.
They were not classified at the point. We know. Listen, this is all semantics.
Who changed the
we're going to have to let the FBI decide.
They were classified at one point.
They were not classified when it went to her, nor when she sent them. And she sent them to government service. So, I mean, listen, I'm not a lawyer. This is way above my pay grade. It's about at the Fox Business pay grade, so I'm not yet there. But
She's clearly not that worried, because she didn't even spend her time campaigning in Wisconsin. She left Bernie Sanders. She left New York.
Listen, our electoral map works where it's proportional. Okay, it will be close. If Bernie wins, it will be close. If Hillary wins, it will be close. But I think from a delegate perspective, they'll be within probably 10 of each other.
It's a lot easier to raise Wall Street money in New York than it is in Wisconsin, right?
That's true.
Yes.
Go ahead, Matt.
Quickly, Robert. So even if
Matt, thank you for coming in here.
Even if they come together at the convention, even if there's kumbaya for the Democrats and all the rest of it, what weaknesses is Bernie exposing in her campaign? He's outraised her the last 3 months. It's closer than they would like. She's lost her temper, notably, with some of the Sanders supporters publicly lately. What do they need to do to fix the campaign?
Listen, I think the election takes a complete reset when you go from a primary to a general. Okay, a lot more people get active. Okay, the swing states become the key. Okay, at the end of the day, I think right now we have a very populist tone on the Democratic side. We have a very nationalist and protectionist tone on the Republican side. My bet is both of those tones will change into the general. And so I think at the end of the day, when you have President Obama coming out and President Clinton coming out and the Democratic Party coming out versus a Trump or Cruz, which right now everyone should be talking about the Republican Party, what's happening there? Hillary beats Trump or Cruz by double digits.
Not John Kasich.
Well, do you think John Kasich is going to be the nominee?
I don't know what's going to happen in the convention. I'm not writing off John Kasich.
Listen, I think today, if Trump gets 1237, we know. If he doesn't, I think it will be hard for him to get it at the convention, but I believe that if you're millions ahead, you probably deserve it.
By the way, real quick, I saw Hillary yesterday at the Andrew Cuomo rally about $15 minimum wage. But it's documented that she says that you don't want a $15 minimum wage because it's going to hurt business and they're just going to fire people.
So the secretary has been, so the secretary's been clear. She is for nationally $12, okay, moving to 12. But she is for giving the approval for states to move to 15 in certain states. So, yes, I don't think she's comparing a minimum wage in New York City versus minimum wage in Iowa. Okay, but she believes on a national platform of $12.